Hi, I'm Diego with De Oro Music, and welcome back as we continue our look at the Rondeña with this video number 5 in the series. This video makes extensive use of pulgar and left hand slurs. The pulgar is not very busy. It's playing just usually the first note on the string and the rest being carried out with the left hand legados. So the opening of this really is a good example of most of the techniques to follow. So you see it's a lot of left hand work. If we look at that slowly, we'll continue with that same idea, only now it will become more extensive. And it seems a bit of a tongue twister, so to speak, but really there are just a few patterns that once you find them, for example, a common pattern in here, there are two common patterns. One would be, for example, that slur pattern across strings and left hand. And then the other common pattern would be the beginning of that. So just the two-string version. Here we've got two strings, and here we've got, it's a three-string, because we come back. So being 1, 2, 3, across the three-string pattern. So mostly that's what we'll find in here. Extensive one. Okay, so now I played that slow, and watch the key to this really I find, besides the left hand itself needs a little bit of strength, is that having this bar finger, it really saves a lot of effort and makes this a lot smoother as you're crossing the strings. So you can see we start, I'm looking at the first part in measure 49 here. So I'm going to have a partial bar. I'm going to keep that partial bar now. Now here it's moved into really a full bar, so I'm barring now across strings 5 to 1. So I pick it up from there. Where was I? And there I've actually moved into a 6-string bar because of the reach that's involved here. I just find it easier to bar from all 6 strings. So do some experimentation yourself. Use that bar. I think it's really important throughout this whole section. It's not absolutely necessary to play it successfully, but I do think it's really helpful. So experiment yourself and see what works best for you. So if I continue, once we hit this idea, we repeat that. And now we're going to take that and move it into our chords. So again, that's all played pulgar. So far the right hand has only done the one technique. Now we've got a little bit of very light rasgueo. It's more just a strumming, keeping the right hand fingers for your down and your thumb for your up. Really nothing too extravagant. All pulgar here. Getting a little bit more delicate. And now in this part, something that's a less common way to use the thumb, doing a down up on one string, single note. It's really improvisational how many times you do that figure. Second time, same thing. So there, I'm just floating. Rather than doing pulgar, often you'll do pulgar and you'll have your index resting on a string, for example, this type of idea. Here, we can't do that, so take your ring finger and just float that ring finger. Movement is almost entirely from the wrist and just floating on that ring finger here. And there are just some slurs. And our chord to end. Thank you for joining me today for this continuing look at the Rondeña. The tabs for this composition and others can be found on my website, deoromusic.com. Also, be sure to check out our new ebook offerings of the Picado book and the Carcassi 25 Melodic and Progressive Studies. Thank you. See you in the next one.